Hi, you joined us here in the Innovators in Business series, and we are so fortunate to be here with Daniela and Barbara here from the Gucci Group, the strategy of the Gucci Group, and the Learning and Development Director as well. Now, can we ask you a couple of questions? What would you say your number one tip is for people who want to get into the fashion and luxury industry?
Well, I think first of all you need to talk to as many people as you can. That means go to the event, you've just been to, try to read, be up to date, Women's Wear Daily, Business of Fashion, try to know that, try to write your thesis or case studies or whatever field projects you have to do actually with a company together so you get a foot in the door. Try to do summer jobs, try to work on Saturdays, try to do extracurricular activities like working in a store or doing, a kind of fashion college in the evening.
Basically, I think when we look from a people perspective, it's being able to offer your future employer something more than your degree. So what are you going to show them that says, I'm really keen to go into your business in an area where you're competing with lots of other people who are interested? You need to stand out. So being able to position the whole of you. So is that, it's a global business. Are you international? Do you speak languages? How can you parcel that? What is your previous experience? So tying it to everything that Daniela said, which is showing that you care about the industry and have taken the efforts and used your spare time to look into that, and then parcel that together with, well, this is who I am, this is what I can offer you, as opposed to just putting a CV in the post or sending it down the email, even worse, and just letting it sit there because it looks just like every other CV that has come in that says nothing about who you are and why the company should even consider reading beyond the first sentence. So if you can do that, if you can capture their interest, thinking along with what they may be needing, and you will know that because of the conversations you've had with people. Well, they're looking for this kind of thing, these are the new parts of the business that are growing, this is what I know about. Well, then you can put the foot in the door. If you're just going to assume that the world owes you a living or something, and that, because I've used this typeface and this color font, that somebody will see you, then you maybe wait a little longer. Yeah.
I think you must show your passion. I think it
so.
really goes down, but this you have to do in every job.
Passion and personality. I think our industry still looks for individuals, and they're not looking for you to be just a series of qualifications. And so it's the whole of you that goes to work there. It's not just
Okay,
your CV.
I mean, you two have been incredibly successful. Have you said any particular personality points have helped you in the industry you've done so well in?
For me, one thing that I know is helping me every day still in this job has to do with my international background. But it's one thing being born a certain way, but it's then how you use it. So being interested in people, really trying to build bridges, build understanding, build relationships. I think that is something I do really well, and something I even started doing when I was going around with a little cool bag selling cheese, which at the time that you're doing that, you're thinking, well, where is this going to help me in my career? But learning how to sell, how to understand and hear what the other person is looking for, and those kind of things. I think that's something I do well. And also not thinking I've got the holy grail solution, so really wanting to understand, well, what is pragmatic here? What does this company really need, as opposed to what would it be fun for me to make? I think in our business, we are an entrepreneurial kind of business. If you're going to start and just do what would be cool to do, or what is best practice to do, and just do that in your ivory tower, I think your days could be numbered, or your usefulness for the business is limited. If you think from what does the business need, how can I add value, and start that way around, I think you're working, well, I find that helps me very much.
No, I agree. I think it's coming back to that point, it's really, you have to like what you do, you have to be
Yeah.
passionate. And I think it's hard work. People really underestimate, I think, what people in our, well, we know because what our people and our brands do, that really you work very hard in this job as in every other job. So it's passion, it's hard work, it's, and it's, I think, also listening, trying to listen to other people. But these are things which are really, I think, key success factors for whatever job you do.
Yeah.
I think it's...
And have you both wanted to always go into the fashion and luxury goods industry?
You can answer this because yours is positive.
Yes, I think I have, but just because, you know, I'm coming from a car company in Germany, and I knew I don't want to go into cars, and I just like this industry, you know, all the creativity, the new product. You have to like these sort of things. If you work as a merchandiser on bags, you will be seeing a lot of bags. You work on a lot of product. You must like that. And this, and seeing what our designers create, you know, every day from scratch, again, new, is really, really amazing. And I think this is just more fun for me doing it in this industry than doing it in a car company.
Right. Well, can we thank you so much for your time? I mean, we love it. We dream about Gucci bags every day. Well, I know I do.
So continue that.
So
dreaming and buy a few as well. That's
exactly.
You're always happy with that.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.